has set his sights on a new opponent, and this comes in the form of Theopane. For those who know him will know that he's 37 years old. He's from Paddington in London originally, and he's part of the Mayweather Promotions TMT, Floyd Mayweather team. He's somewhat of a journeyman now, I suppose you could say. He has got over 40 wins, but he's also got 8 losses and a draw. And he has been with some pretty decent names like Adrian Broner. He lost to Adrian Broner, but he's lost to some people who, in my opinion, he should never have lost to. Not exactly the biggest puncher in the world, but he's a stable name. He's former British champion, and he's fought in various countries around the world. So he's well travelled, that's for sure. And a name like Theopane would be a pretty decent name on the record of Ohara Davies. And here in the UK, it'll be a fight that a lot of people like me will go, yeah, it's a pretty decent fight, but certainly pick Ohara Davies to win it. But you never know. So maybe Theopane will look at Ohara Davies and think, actually, you know what? I can beat you, and to get you on my resume would be a big statement. Now, Ohara Davies has been goading him on Twitter, Instagram, etc. And Theopane has somewhat bitten. His first one was, I never called you out in my life, Ohara Davies. Go talk to the British champion. I'd rather deal with accomplished fighters like Terry Flanagan and Ricky Burns. And in another one, Ohara Davies mentioned my name again, says I called him out, and he's laughing about it, while Eddie Hearn, who dropped him from Matchroom Boxing, offers me a fight for September the 22nd at Wembley. #Team Treasure. So of course he's talking about Eddie Hearn has offered him a fight on the undercard of Anthony Joshua's next fight. So obviously we don't know who against. I really don't know who it could possibly be against. Who's Eddie Hearn's stable that he might want to match up Theopane with. But as I said, Theopane, he's a decent fighter. He's not, I wouldn't call him a bum, but certainly journeyman. That's for sure. He's got something about him. It's just that at times he just doesn't turn up. And I'm not too sure why or like what's going on. I mean, clearly he's at the end of his career. Obviously, he's 37 years old. And he has achieved quite a lot. But for him to dismiss Ohara Davies and maybe look at Terry Flanagan and what have you, for me, I mean, I don't really know why Terry Flanagan well, I could probably see Ricky Burns doing it, to be fair, but Terry Flanagan, I'm not too sure why he would do that. It's almost like Theopane is coming across as if he thinks he's some kind of big name, big celebrity, and he deserves a big fight. Well, not really, in truth. I know he's won his last 2 fights, but against who is probably the answer. But Ohara Davies, for me, is a bigger name than Terry Flanagan. You could probably argue that Terry Flanagan will probably beat Ohara Davies, but I'm not saying that. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight, to be fair. Ricky Burns, again, who would win that one? Theopane, Ricky Burns. It's a very decent fight. And maybe that's who it is that he's talking about, that Eddie Hearn has offered him to fight on the undercard of Anthony Joshua, September 22nd at Wembley Stadium. So maybe it is Ricky Burns. But a fight with Ohara Davies is a pretty decent name. I mean, why would he not be interested in that? I don't know. I mean, would you guys like to see Ohara Davies versus Theopane? Do you think that maybe Ohara Davies should set his sights a little higher than that? Maybe go after Terry Flanagan himself. Obviously, they're both part of Frank Warren, so it should be an easy enough fight to make. It's unlikely that he'd fight Ricky Burns unless it was on a Frank Warren show, and I'm sure that Eddie Hearn would allow Ricky Burns to go there. There's no reason why he wouldn't. But there are other fights around, so I don't know. I mean, for me, it's an intriguing one, and I'll certainly watch it, no doubt about it. And I think out of a lot of the names that Ohara Davies have been pulling out of the air, I think Theopane is one of the better ones. At least we've heard of him, will probably be something. So anyway, drop your thoughts below. Click that thumbs up, subscribe, catch you all on the next video.